deep in the heart of a lush, emerald jungle, there lived a little monkey named Miko. Miko wasn't the strongest or the biggest monkey in his troop, but he had the biggest heart and an even bigger love for bananas. His favorite spot in the entire world was a special, colossal banana tree that stood right in the center of their home. This wasn't just any tree. It was their lifeline. Its broad leaves gave them shade from the scorching sun, and its sweet, yellow fruits were the most delicious treat imaginable. Every morning, Miko would scamper up its trunk, his tiny hands and feet finding easy holds on the rough bark. He'd sit on a sturdy branch, peel a perfectly ripe banana, and watch the jungle wake up. The air would fill with the chorus of chirping birds and the hum of busy insects. For Miko, this tree was more than just a source of food. It was the heart of his home, a place of peace and happiness. He shared his bananas with the younger monkeys and would often groom the older ones under its cooling shade. The tree was a friend to all. But one season, something changed. The rains didn't come. The once vibrant jungle floor turned dry and dusty. The river shrank to a narrow, sluggish stream, and a worried hush fell over the usually lively jungle. The leaves on the banana tree, once a brilliant green, began to yellow and curl at the edges. The new bunches of bananas were small and pale, and they didn't have that sweet, joyful taste Miko loved so much. A deep sadness settled in Miko's little chest as he watched his beloved tree suffer. The older monkeys grew anxious. The troop leader, a wise old monkey named Koro, gathered everyone. "The great tree is thirsty," he announced, his voice heavy with concern. "Without water, it will wither and we will lose our home and our food." The monkeys chattered nervously. They tried everything they could think of. They shook the branches, hoping to wake the tree up. They even tried fanning its leaves to keep it cool, but nothing worked. The tree only seemed to get weaker with each passing day. Miko couldn't bear to just sit and watch. He felt a fire ignite in his heart. He had to do something. While the others were losing hope, Miko remembered seeing something on one of his explorations. Far, far away, past the thorny bushes and across the rocky outcrop, there was a hidden spring. It was a tiny trickle of water, but it was crystal clear and always flowing, even in the driest of times. The journey was long and dangerous for a small monkey like him, but the thought of his dying tree gave him a courage he never knew he had. So, with a determined look in his eye, Miko set off. He found a large, sturdy coconut shell, hollowed it out, and began his quest. The journey was harder than he imagined. He had to navigate through tangled vines that tried to trip him and leap over wide cracks in the dry earth. He heard the hiss of a snake from the shadows and the distant growl of a predator, but he kept his focus on his mission. He thought of the sweet bananas, the cool shade, and the happy chatter of his family. That was all the motivation he needed. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, he reached the hidden spring. The sound of trickling water was the most beautiful music he had ever heard. He carefully filled his coconut shell to the brim, the cool water splashing on his tired face. The journey back was even more difficult. He had to move slowly and carefully to avoid spilling a single precious drop. His arms ached and his feet were sore, but he didn't stop. When he finally stumbled back into the clearing, he was exhausted. The other monkeys saw him carrying his tiny offering of water, and they fell silent. Miko went straight to the base of the great banana tree and gently poured the water onto its dry roots. The parched earth drank it up instantly. It was just a small amount, not nearly enough Miko looked at his empty shell, then at the suffering tree, and then at the faces of his family. He didn't give up. He turned around and started the long journey all over again. He made the trip once, twice, 3 times. Each time, he returned with a shell full of water and poured it at the tree's base. Seeing his incredible effort and unwavering determination, something amazing happened. Another young monkey, inspired by Miko's bravery, picked up a hollow gourd and followed him. Soon, another joined, and then another. A chain of monkeys, young and old, formed a line from the jungle clearing all the way to the distant spring. They worked together, passing containers of water from one to another, coconut shells, large leaves, hollowed-out gourds. It was a symphony of cooperation. They worked tirelessly, driven by a shared purpose and the hope that Miko had sparked. Day after day, they brought water to their beloved tree. It was hard work, but they did it together, encouraging each other with cheerful calls and supportive gestures. And then, slowly, a miracle began to unfold. A tiny new leaf, bright and green, unfurled at the tip of a branch. A gasp of joy went through the troop. They had done it. Encouraged, they worked even harder. More new leaves appeared, and soon the entire tree was covered in fresh, vibrant foliage. The small, pale bananas began to plump up and turn a beautiful sunny yellow. The great banana tree was alive and thriving once more. A huge celebration erupted. The monkeys chattered and played, their joyful sounds echoing through the revived jungle. Miko, sitting on his favorite branch, bit into the sweetest, most delicious banana he had ever tasted. Koro, the wise old leader, came and sat beside him. He put a gentle hand on Miko's shoulder. "You did not save the tree with strength, little one," Koro said softly. "You saved it with your heart. You showed us that even the smallest monkey can make the biggest difference, and that when we work together, there is nothing we cannot achieve." From that day on, Miko was no longer just a little monkey. He was Miko the hero. He had taught everyone a valuable lesson, that courage isn't about size, and that with hope, determination, and a little help from our friends, we can overcome any challenge. The great banana tree stood tall and proud for many, many years, a living monument to the little monkey who refused to give up. Thank you so much for watching this story with us. If you enjoyed Miko's adventure, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us bring more stories like this to you. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and kind.